Welcome back to our channel, World Coins History. As you knew that old is gold, but these rare $1 coins that are most valuable than you think, don't spend one of them, so please watch complete video and find your treasure. Let's start this. Top 1. Today, we're exploring one of the most fascinating coins in American history, the 2000p Sacagawea $1. Whether you are a serious coin collector, a history enthusiast, or just someone who loves a good story behind a piece of currency, you are going to enjoy this journey. Stick around, because this is not just a coin, it's a piece of art, history, and sometimes, pure gold for collectors. The Sacagawea dollar was introduced in the year 2000 to honor the incredible life of Sacagawea, the Shoshone woman who guided Lewis and Clark on their epic expedition across the western United States. On the obverse, or front, of the coin, you'll see her calm, determined face, carrying her infant son, Jean-Baptiste, on her back. It's a portrait that symbolizes courage, resilience, and maternal strength. On the reverse, you'll find the soaring eagle, wings spread wide, representing freedom, vision, and the promise of America. But while this coin's design is iconic, the real excitement comes from its rarity and the special versions that collectors treasure. The coin we're focusing on today is the 2000p Sacagawea dollar. The P mint mark tells us it was produced in Philadelphia. Now, Philadelphia minted a huge number of these coins for circulation, but not all coins made it to everyday wallets. Some were stored, some were lost, and some have survived in near-perfect condition, making them incredibly valuable for collectors. What really draws collectors to this coin are the errors and anomalies. Even the smallest mistake, like a doubled die, a tiny off-center strike, or a misaligned planchet, can make a coin significantly rarer. Imagine holding a coin that looks ordinary at first glance, but under closer inspection reveals a minting error that makes it unique in the world. That's the thrill that keeps collectors hunting for years, scanning coin rolls, attending auctions, and examining coins under magnification. And it's not just about rarity, it's about history. This coin marks the beginning of the 21st century, a time when America celebrated both its heritage and its forward-looking innovation. For collectors, owning a coin like this is a tangible connection to that moment in history. It's also a way to celebrate Sacagawea's incredible contribution to exploration and discovery, all while appreciating the artistry of modern coinage. Now, let's talk about the market. A standard 2000p Sacagawea $1 in circulated condition may only be worth around $25 today. But if your coin is in uncirculated condition, showing crisp details, no scratches, and perfect luster, the value jumps significantly, often reaching $50 to $100. And for coins with rare minting errors or perfect uncirculated examples, collectors at auctions have been known to pay several $100s, sometimes more, depending on the coin's uniqueness. For anyone serious about collecting, this coin represents a combination of history, artistry, and investment potential. It's not just a dollar, it's a collectible piece of American heritage. Every scratch-free coin, every tiny anomaly, every mint mark is a story waiting to be discovered. And that's what makes the 2000p Sacagawea dollar so captivating for collectors around the world. If you're enjoying this deep dive into one of America's most interesting coins, make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell. We explore rare coins, uncover hidden histories, and track market trends that every collector should know. Don't forget to share this video with fellow coin lovers, because every collector deserves to know the stories behind the coins they treasure. So next time you see a Sacagawea dollar, take a closer look. It might just be more than it appears. From history to artistry to real market value, this coin is a perfect example of why collectors spend years searching for the perfect piece. Stay curious, keep collecting, and remember, the smallest details can create the biggest treasures. Top 2, we are diving into one of the most captivating modern U.S. coins, the Sacagawea $1 Great Law of Peace coin. Whether you are a dedicated coin collector or just someone who loves history and beautifully crafted currency, this coin will capture your attention. Stay with me, because this is more than just a coin, it's a piece of art, history, and sometimes, serious value. The Great Law of Peace dollar was released to honor the 2000th anniversary of the Iroquois Confederacy's constitution, known as the Great Law of Peace. The design on the reverse is absolutely stunning, showing a symbol of unity and harmony among the Iroquois nations. The obverse still features the iconic portrait of Sacagawea carrying her infant son, Jean-Baptiste, representing guidance, courage, and resilience. Every detail on this coin tells a story, and for collectors, the story is just as important as the coin itself. Today, we're focusing on coins with specific mint marks, which indicate where the coin was produced. Mint marks like P for Philadelphia, D for Denver, or S for San Francisco can make a huge difference in rarity. Certain mint marks for this great law of peace dollar are far harder to find, especially in pristine condition. Some coins were only issued in limited numbers, and even among those, many have entered circulation, making uncirculated specimens rare and highly sought after. Collectors get especially excited about errors on these coins. Even minor mistakes, like an off-center strike, double die, or slight planchet imperfections, can dramatically increase a coin's value. Imagine holding a coin that looks ordinary at first glance, but under magnification, you see a tiny detail that makes it one of the few of its kind in existence. That's the thrill that keeps collectors searching through rolls, attending auctions, and examining coins under magnification. What makes the great law of peace dollar even more interesting is its connection to history and culture. It isn't just a dollar coin, it's a tribute to a significant part of Native American heritage and a reminder of the principles of unity and democracy. For collectors, it's a coin that combines beauty, storytelling, and rarity, a perfect addition to any collection. Now, let's talk about value. A standard circulated great law of peace dollar with a common mint mark might sell today for around $20 to $30. Coins in uncirculated condition, showing sharp detail and flawless surfaces, can fetch $50 to $80. And coins with rare mint marks, errors, or perfect uncirculated grades have been known to reach several $100s at auctions, sometimes more depending on the coin's uniqueness and demand among collectors. So whether you are a beginner collector or a seasoned numismatist, this coin deserves your attention. Its historical significance, intricate design, and the thrill of rarity make it a must-see. Next time you find one, examine it carefully, it might be worth more than you think. Top 3. We are exploring one of the most iconic and collectible coins in American history, the 1979 Susan B. Anthony $1. If you love coins, history, or just the thrill of discovering something rare, you are going to enjoy this deep dive. So pay close attention, because this coin is not just currency, it's a piece of history, artistry, and sometimes serious value for collectors. The Susan B. Anthony dollar was introduced to honor the remarkable Susan B. Anthony, a pioneer of the women's suffrage movement. On the obverse, or front, you'll find her portrait, strong and determined, representing decades of tireless work for equality. On the reverse, the traditional eagle design pays homage to the United States, making this coin a beautiful blend of history, symbolism, and artistry. What makes it fascinating is that this coin was the first small-sized dollar coin issued in the United States since 1804, breaking the tradition of the larger Eisenhower dollar. Today, we're focusing on coins with specific mint marks, which indicate where the coin was produced. The 1979 Susan B. Anthony dollar was minted in Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco, each with its own mint mark. While millions of these coins were made, certain mint marks, particularly in uncirculated condition, are much harder to find, making them highly desirable for collectors. Collectors also look for minting errors that can make these coins incredibly valuable. Some 1979 coins were produced with double dies, off-center strikes, or die cracks. Even small imperfections, which might seem minor at first glance, can turn an ordinary coin into a collector's treasure. Imagine holding a coin that looks ordinary until a closer inspection reveals a minting error that makes it one of the few in the world. That's exactly the kind of excitement numismatists live for. The 1979 Susan B. Anthony dollar also holds a special place in history because it was the first year of issue. First-year coins are always of great interest to collectors, and finding one in pristine condition is rare. This coin is a perfect example of how history, artistry, and rarity intersect to create something truly collectible. Now let's talk value. A circulated 1979 Susan B. Anthony dollar with a common mint mark is generally worth around $4 to $10 today. Coins in uncirculated condition, showing sharp detail and perfect surfaces, can fetch between $20 and $50. And coins with rare minting errors, first-year production anomalies, or top-grade uncirculated examples have been known to sell at auction for over $100, sometimes even more depending on demand and uniqueness. For anyone serious about collecting, this coin represents more than just a dollar. It's a piece of American history, a tribute to a trailblazing woman, and a chance to own a small but highly significant collectible. Each coin, with its mint mark, condition, and unique traits, tells a story waiting to be discovered. Top 4. We're going to dive deep into one of the most iconic and collectible coins in modern American history, the 1973 Kennedy half-dollar. Whether you're a seasoned coin collector, a history lover, or someone just curious about what makes a coin valuable, this story is for you. Stick around, because the 1973 Kennedy half-dollar is not just currency, it's a piece of American history, artistry, and sometimes, real market value that surprises collectors. The Kennedy half-dollar was first introduced in 1964, following the tragic assassination of President John F. Kennedy. The coin was designed to honor his memory, and it quickly became a symbol of American resilience and national pride. On the obverse, you see Kennedy's iconic portrait, confident, dignified, and timeless. On the reverse, the presidential seal with the eagle clutching arrows and an olive branch represent strength and peace, making this coin a true masterpiece of design and symbolism. The 1973 Kennedy half-dollar, in particular, has a unique place in the series. By 1973, the half-dollar had transitioned to a more modern design and was being minted in Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. The mint mark, located just above the date or on the obverse for some varieties, tells collectors where the coin was produced. Coins from Philadelphia typically have no mint mark, Denver coins carry a D, and San Francisco coins have an S. Each mint mark can affect a coin's rarity and value, especially when considering coins in uncirculated condition. Collectors are especially drawn to this year because of the subtle variations and minting errors that can be found. Some 1973 coins feature double dies on the obverse or reverse, slight off-center strikes, or planchet flaws. Even minor imperfections can make a coin highly desirable. Imagine holding a coin that looks ordinary at first glance, but under careful inspection, you discover a tiny error that makes it one of a few in the world. That's the thrill of coin collecting. Another fascinating aspect of the 1973 Kennedy half-dollar is the variety in finishes. Coins from San Francisco were often struck in proof condition, which means they were specially made for collectors with mirror-like fields and frosted details. These proof coins are usually more valuable than standard circulation coins because of their limited production and flawless finish. Even within circulation coins, a perfectly preserved uncirculated coin from any mint can command significant interest among collectors. For collectors, the 1973 Kennedy half-dollar isn't just about rarity, it's about history. By 1973, the half-dollar had become a staple of American coinage, circulating widely but also being saved by collectors for its historical significance. Every coin tells a story, from the artistry of the design to the careful minting process, and even to the hands it passed through over decades. Now, let's talk numbers. A standard circulated 1973 Kennedy half-dollar with a common mint mark is generally worth around $2 to $5 today. Coins in uncirculated condition, showing sharp detail and full luster, can fetch $10 to $20. For collectors who hunt for rare minting errors, proof coins, or top-grade uncirculated examples, auction prices can reach $50 to $100, and sometimes even higher depending on the coin's uniqueness and market demand. This makes the 1973 Kennedy half-dollar not only a fascinating collectible but also a potential investment for the savvy collector. So why should you care about this coin? Because it's a perfect combination of history, artistry, and rarity. Every mint mark, every small detail, and every minor error adds to the story. Holding a 1973 Kennedy half-dollar, especially one in top condition, is like holding a piece of history in your hands. It connects you to a pivotal moment in American history and the enduring legacy of one of the nation's most beloved presidents. Top 5. We are exploring a modern classic in American coinage, the 1992 Kennedy half-dollar. If you are a coin collector, history enthusiast, or someone who appreciates beautifully designed currency, you are in for a treat. This coin may look familiar, but when you dig deeper, it holds surprises that make it a fascinating collectible. Stick around, because this is more than just a half-dollar. Its history, artistry, and sometimes serious market value for collectors. The Kennedy half-dollar was first introduced in 1964, honoring President John F. Kennedy after his assassination. His profile on the obverse, sharp and dignified, has remained unchanged for decades, making it an iconic symbol of American coinage. The reverse, featuring the presidential seal with the eagle clutching an olive branch and arrows, represents both peace and strength. The 1992 version continues this tradition but carries its own story, especially for collectors who pay attention to mint marks and coin condition. The mint mark on a Kennedy half-dollar indicates where the coin was produced. Philadelphia coins typically have no mint mark, Denver coins carry a D, and San Francisco coins have an S. For the 1992 Kennedy half-dollar, coins were minted in Philadelphia and Denver for circulation, and San Francisco for special collector-proof sets. While millions were produced, coins with certain mint marks, especially in pristine uncirculated or proof condition, are highly sought after by collectors. The difference of a single mint mark can significantly influence a coin's rarity and value. Collectors also get excited about minting errors, and the 1992 Kennedy half-dollar has a few interesting varieties. Some coins show double dies, minor die cracks, or slight off-center strikes. Even small imperfections can transform a coin from ordinary to highly collectible. Imagine discovering a 1992 half-dollar with a rare minting anomaly. It's like holding a piece of numismatic history that only a few people in the world own. That's the thrill that keeps collectors examining coins under magnification and attending auctions year after year. Another fascinating aspect of the 1992 Kennedy half-dollar is the difference in finishes. Coins from San Francisco were specially struck as proofs, designed to have mirror-like fields and frosted details. These coins were not intended for circulation and are highly prized by collectors for their sharp details and flawless surfaces. Even circulation coins, if uncirculated and in perfect condition, can attract significant attention, as collectors always look for coins with exceptional luster, minimal wear, and sharp detail. Now let's talk value. A standard circulated 1992 Kennedy half-dollar with a common mint mark generally sells for around $1 to $3 today. Coins in uncirculated condition, showing sharp details and full luster, can fetch $5 to $15. And coins with rare minting errors, proof finishes, or top-grade uncirculated examples have been known to sell at auction for $20 to $50 or more, depending on rarity and collector demand. While this coin may seem common at first glance, the right example can carry surprising value for collectors who know what to look for. For anyone passionate about coins, the 1992 Kennedy half-dollar is more than just currency. It's a small but significant piece of history, a tribute to an iconic president, and a collectible that tells a story. Each coin's mint mark, condition, and minor details can make a huge difference, making the hunt for the perfect specimen both challenging and rewarding. Top 6. We are diving into a fascinating piece of American coinage history, the 1972 Kennedy half-dollar. If you are a coin collector, history enthusiast, or just love discovering coins with a story, this video is for you. The 1972 Kennedy half-dollar may look familiar, but beneath its silver-clad surface lies rarity, artistry, and unique details that make it a must-see for collectors. Pay close attention, because this coin is more than currency. It's a collectible with history, errors, and sometimes surprising value. The Kennedy half-dollar was first introduced in 1964 to honor President John F. Kennedy after his assassination. The obverse features Kennedy's iconic portrait, sharp and dignified, capturing the spirit of a leader whose legacy still inspires today. On the reverse, the presidential seal with the eagle clutching arrows and an olive branch symbolizes both strength and peace. By 1972, the coin had become a staple in American coinage, and this particular year carries unique collector interest. Mint marks play a crucial role in the 1972 Kennedy half-dollar's value. Coins were produced in Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. Philadelphia coins of this year usually have no mint mark, Denver coins carry AD, and San Francisco coins are marked with an S. San Francisco coins were struck primarily for collectors in proof sets, while Philadelphia and Denver coins were intended for circulation. This distinction matters because uncirculated coins or proof examples with a specific mint mark can be much rarer, making them highly desirable to collectors. What makes the 1972 Kennedy half-dollar particularly exciting are the errors and variations that can occur. Some coins from this year exhibit double dies, die cracks, or slightly off-center strikes. Even minor imperfections can turn an ordinary coin into a valuable collectible. Imagine holding a coin that looks ordinary at first glance but, under close inspection, reveals a rare minting anomaly. That's the thrill of collecting coins like the 1972 Kennedy half-dollar. Each piece has the potential to be a one-of-a-kind treasure. Collectors also value the difference in finishes. Coins from San Francisco were struck as proofs, designed to have mirror-like fields and frosted designs. These proof coins are particularly sought after because of their limited production and perfect appearance. Meanwhile, circulation coins in uncirculated condition, showing sharp detail and full luster, also attract significant interest. Condition, along with mint mark and rarity, can dramatically affect the coin's desirability and value. Now, let's talk numbers. A circulated 1972 Kennedy half-dollar with a common mint mark typically sells for around $2 to $5 today. Coins in uncirculated condition, showing sharp details and full luster, can fetch between $10 and $20. For coins with rare minting errors, proof finishes, or top-grade uncirculated examples, auction prices can reach $50 to $100 or more, depending on rarity and collector demand. This makes the 1972 Kennedy half-dollar not only historically significant but also a smart choice for collectors looking for coins with potential value. The 1972 Kennedy half-dollar is a perfect blend of history, artistry, and rarity. Every mint mark, every minor error, and every uncirculated example tells a story. Collectors appreciate it not just for its monetary value but also for the connection it provides to a pivotal era in American history. It's a coin that invites exploration, careful examination, and appreciation for the small but meaningful details that make numismatics so exciting. Top 7, and last rare coin, we are diving into a coin that may look familiar in your pocket change but holds a special place for collectors around the world, the 1988 Kennedy half-dollar. Whether you are a numismatist, a history lover, or someone curious about coins with a story, this video is for you. The 1988 Kennedy half-dollar may appear ordinary at first glance, but when you take a closer look, it reveals fascinating details, potential errors, and collectible value that make it truly captivating. The Kennedy half-dollar was introduced in 1964 to honor President John F. Kennedy following his assassination. On the obverse, you'll see the president's iconic profile, dignified, timeless, and instantly recognizable. On the reverse, the presidential seal with the eagle holding arrows and an olive branch symbolizes strength and peace. By 1988, the Kennedy half-dollar had long become a staple of American coinage, and collectors had begun paying close attention to mint marks, coin condition, and subtle variations that could make a coin rare or valuable. Mint marks are key to understanding the 1988 Kennedy half-dollar. Coins were produced in Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. Philadelphia coins carry no mint mark, Denver coins are marked with AD, and San Francisco coins have an S. While Philadelphia and Denver coins were meant for circulation, San Francisco coins were struck for collectors in proof sets. The mint mark can greatly affect the coin's rarity and value. Even within the same year, a coin from one mint can be more sought after than another, especially in uncirculated condition or as part of a proof set. Collectors also look for minting errors, and the 1988 Kennedy half-dollar has a few interesting varieties. Some coins feature minor die cracks, double dies, or slightly off-center strikes. Even small imperfections can make a coin highly collectible. Imagine holding a coin that looks ordinary at first but, under close inspection, reveals a rare anomaly. That's the thrill of coin collecting. Coins with errors are often prized in auctions, as they are unique pieces that carry the story of the minting process. The 1988 Kennedy half-dollar is also interesting for the variety in finishes. San Francisco proof coins have mirror-like surfaces with frosted details and were not intended for circulation. These coins are often more valuable than their circulation counterparts due to limited production and flawless appearance. Circulation coins, on the other hand, can still be highly desirable if they are uncirculated and in excellent condition, with sharp details, full luster, and minimal wear. Condition is often just as important as rarity when it comes to collector value. Now let's talk about numbers. A circulated 1988 Kennedy half-dollar with a common mint mark generally sells for around $1 to $3 today. Coins in uncirculated condition, showing crisp detail and full luster, can fetch $5 to $15. Coins with rare minting errors, proof finishes, or top-grade uncirculated examples have been known to sell at auction for $20 to $50, depending on rarity and collector demand. Even though the 1988 Kennedy half-dollar might seem common, the right coin can carry surprising value and make a beautiful addition to any collection. For coin lovers, the 1988 Kennedy half-dollar is more than currency. It's history in your hands, a tribute to a beloved president, and a collectible that combines artistry, detail, and potential market value. Every mint mark, subtle error, and uncirculated example tells a story, making this coin a fascinating piece for anyone interested in numismatics. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the 1988 Kennedy half-dollar, make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell. We explore rare coins, collector tips, and market insights so you never miss out on valuable information. Share this video with friends who love coins, and remember, every coin has a story, and even the smallest details can turn a simple half-dollar into a treasure.